Hello, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. So, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber. In today's video, I am going to be doing a bit of a November book haul. So, November was both a good reading month as well as a good book buying month. So much that I need to go on a book buying ban very soon. And I matched the month where I read the most, which was 17 books in a month a couple of years ago. And of course, a lot of that was manga and graphic novels, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, today I'm going to be presenting you the books I received from shops online or had delivered to my home, as well as the books I bought from the Malta Book Fair of 2023. I am going to be starting with the non-fiction books, which I purchased from Awesome Books and got relatively quickly, and I am very happy with the service as I usually am. So the first book is The Body Keeps the Score by this author called Bessel van der Kolk or Kolk. I'm not particularly sure what this book is about, although it's meant to be some sort of self-help book regarding trauma, and it's meant to help people who've suffered through a lot, problems with family and perhaps how to help your future generations, which is why it sounded intriguing to me, as I am always striving to learn something new about psychology. Next is the book Running with Kenyans by this guy, at Haranand Finn. So as you know from previous videos, I do a lot of exercise, and I wouldn't say running is my favorite sport, but I certainly do a lot of that as well. And I'm interested to see how some of the best runners in the world manage to persist when it comes to doing their sport and becoming the best they can. So I am very interested in reading about running in general, and I've also read a few books about running before, and I look forward to reading this very much. Next is this very popular self-help book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And once again, I am interested in anything that has to do with psychology. I don't take any classes at university, but I'd rather teach myself anything there is to know. And this book is certainly meant to help me with my social life, ideally. And I'd like to be influential, since I post so much on social media, and I want to set an example to people who perhaps don't read as much, and I want to be the biggest Maltese booktuber, you know? And yeah, I think reading this book might be able to help me write my scripts for YouTube, as well as making better videos in general. The next book is a Maltese book by a Maltese author who I've read every single book of, and I'm currently reading her latest publication. This one is called Copy by Jacqueline Mitzi. It's about two couples, and it's pretty interesting so far, though it's, I'd say, quite raw. The author doesn't really care about the shock factor over here. There aren't any trigger warnings, and she doesn't seem to have a filter. She says anything that comes to her mind, and it's quite an admirable thing to do when it comes to writing a book for teenagers like this. Next is a book called Remember My Name by Sam Blake. I bought this book because the author came to Malta during the book fair, and personally, I don't really like detective mysteries or so much. That sort of genre is not for me. But I really like the cover for this one. And since so many people were praising the author, I thought, why not give her a go, see what I think of it, I suppose. Okay. The next book is one which was recommended to me several times by TikTok, same as the one I'll be mentioning next, called Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This one has to do with an octopus, and I really like marine life and the sea creatures in general. And I thought that a main character having a good relationship with an octopus would be a good concept for a story. In fact, if you look back here, I have a bunch of penguin memorabilia, I suppose, because I love penguins as well. And octopi, I'd say, sea creatures as well, slightly different, of course, but still might be interacting with them might be slightly similar to anything having to do with penguins. I mean, guess I'll have to read it to find out how. Next book another TikTok recommendation called A Swim in a Pond in the Rain by George Saunders. There was this guy who mentioned that this was the best book he read all year, so I bought it blindly. I really like the cover for this one as well. It's very simplistic, yet somehow gives the impression that it's complicated. And yeah, I certainly want to dive into this, see what it's all about. Although there is a lot to read because the font is very small and it's quite a thick book to get through, so I'm not sure whether I'll be doing this anytime soon. Next are two books by the same author, and the author's name is Jens C. Budinger. I'm not really sure which country he's from, but the books he wrote are called The Queen of Shards and The Darkness Within. And I had the opportunity to meet this guy at the book fair. He even signed both of my books, and he even gave me bookmarks with the same cover, which is pretty neat if I do say so myself. And I didn't really have much time to speak with him because it was quite loud where he was situated at the book fair, so I didn't really have much of an opportunity to ask him too many questions, but it was still great to give his writing a go, and I look forward to read his books and see what they're all about. The fact that they are 18 plus also, kind of made me want to read them even more because I'm curious as to see what constitutes a book to be of 18 plus category, and it's not just the sexual element of it all, I suppose. Next, I have another two nonfiction books, but I left them towards the end of the video because they are both biographies of Elon Musk. The first one is called Risking It All by Michael Vlismas. I am actually reading this at the moment, and it is rather interesting, though it is focusing on the guy's father and mother and relationships rather than Elon Musk himself, which does come across as slightly out of point, and it tends to be rather annoying because I want to learn more about the guy, not his family. He is the one who succeeded the most, and his background isn't really of interest to me. And the next one is the one by Walter Isaacson, the same guy who wrote a biography for Steve Jobs, if I recall properly. And he seems to be one of the best biographers out there, so buying a biography of Elon Musk was a must for me since I am a huge fan of the guy and I strive to be very much like him when I grow up, but in the field of teaching English or teaching languages in general or appreciating literature, something to that degree, I suppose. The final book I want to share with you is called The Stranger by Albert Camus. Now, I tried to buy a regular sized book, but for some reason it came in A4 size, and this thing is massive, and I'm not really happy with the Amazon delivery because I was hoping for a regular sized book, because it's my first Albert Camus book, and I wanted to have a lovely little collection, so I might have to order it again sometime in the future. Many people have praised this guy for writing extremely realistic characters and for explaining experiences in a way no other author has managed to capture before. So I am certainly curious to see the way he uses the techniques he's praised for. Those are the 12 books I purchased this month. I will make a separate video regarding the graphic novels and the manga I either bought, received, or found at the Comic-Con of 2023 in Malta this year. And yeah, I think that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to let me know in the comment section which one I should finish the first, which ones you think are the most interesting. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, as usual, check out my other videos because why wouldn't you want to? They are all extremely fun to watch and extremely educational. And if you like books especially, I'm sure you'll enjoy all of them respectively, especially my shorts. Check those out as well. Thank you so much for watching this one, especially if you stayed until the end. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.